alabaster thought, a perfect city perfectly wrought. Symmetry's cold and logical embrace left not a single challenge left to face. The fountains flow with calculated grace. No weed dares mar this engineered space. We were the children of a flawless creed, planted and pruned to satisfy a need. This is the architect's grand final line, beneath the sterile ever watchful sky. Perfection is a cage with gilded bars, reflecting back our own contented scars. We feel the tremor of a deep decay, the slow erosion washing us away. The greatest flaw within the grand design was making every single virtue shine. The artist's hand is guided and precise. There is no passion, no chaotic vice. The music swells and patterns pre-approved, no dissonance by which your soul is moved. Emotion is a sickness of the past, a ghost within a mold too clean to last. We walk the plazas with a placid stare, breathing the thin and regulated air. This is the architect's grand final line, beneath the sterile ever watchful sky. Perfection is a cage with gilded bars, reflecting back our own contented scars. We feel the tremor of a deep decay, the slow erosion washing us away. The greatest flaw within the grand design was making every single virtue shine. But deep within the core, a gear two slips, a whispered question from forgotten lips. A single random unpredicted dream disturbs the placid surface of the stream. A crack appears upon the marble face, a wildness growing in this perfect place. The flawless structure starts to fall apart from the chaotic beating of a single heart. A single fragile, wild and beating heart. I dredged the river of the things I knew, where currents of the false obscure the true. Each stone a moment polished by the flow, a different shape than what was long ago. This tributary of my former self is a chaotic and uncatalogued shelf. I reach for joyous sunlit afternoon and pull a fist of shadows from the moon. The silt of memory clouds the waters deep, while twisted versions of the promises I keep rise from the depths, grotesque and rearranged. Everything I was is forever changed. The truth is buried, lost beneath the murk, in the subconscious where the phantoms lurk. This is the price of looking back to see the monster that my memory made of me. I see a face I'm sure that I once loved, but from its mouth the hiss of snakes is shoved. Childhood home with doors that lead to falling, in silent hallways where my name is calling. The anchor points of who I'm meant shoes cool. The silt of memory clouds the waters deep, while twisted versions of the promises I keep rise from the depths, grotesque and rearranged. Everything I was is forever changed. The truth is buried, lost beneath the murk, in the subconscious where the phantoms lurk. This is the price of looking back to see the monster that my memory made of me. Perhaps the actor watching changes fact. The observer's burden, the unbroken pact. Two witnesses to alter and disdain, to introduce the pattern of your pain. So let the river run, let the silt fall. There is no truth behind that murky wall. There is only the current and the deep, the secrets that the solid waters keep. The solid waters keep. The last sun sputters in a violet sky, a final weary cosmological sigh. The jagged peaks of this forgotten sphere are monuments to nothing, stark and clear. My breath is steam against a cooling stone, the only motion this cold world has known. For ages since the others fell to dust, consumed by entropy, betrayed by trust. At solitude's zenith on this dying rock, I am the keeper of a broken clock. The universe is vast and deaf and blind, to the last echo of a conscious mind. The silence is a pressure, not a peace, a heavy blanket that will not release. I scream a name into the starless void, and only the abyss is overjoyed. I trace the star charts on a pane of frost, for constellations that are truly lost, galactic arms that have unwound and gone before this planet's final fading dawn. There is no message, no transcendent sign, no cosmic purpose that was ever mine. Just circumstance and probabilities, and the cold solace of the final freeze. At solitude's zenith on this dying rock, I am the keeper of a broken clock. The universe is vast and deaf and blind, to the last echo of a conscious mind. Silence is oppression, not a peace, a heavy blanket that will not release. I scream a name into the starless void, and only the abyss is overjoyed. But if a thought is born and has no ear to ever witness it, was it ever here? This final question born of fading light is my last weapon against the endless night. A paradox to hold against the end, a fragile query that I can't defend, but it is mine. And it is here. I've seen the flaw in the design, the silt of ages in this head of mine, the final silence on the edge of space has led me to this time and to this place, to stand against the turning of the wheel and play a chord that even ghosts can feel. One final statement, insolent and proud, a single voice against a silent crowd. This is the last refrain, my final song, for all the places where the math went wrong. A hymn for chaos, for the saving flaw, against the cold in the turbo law. And will it change the ending of the day? This is a choice designed to simply fail. But in the choosing, in the final breath, there is a victory inside of death. My fingers move upon the dusty strings, the final sentiment, the life that sings. The sound waves travel out and are devoured by all the emptiness and overpowered. But for a moment they exist in flight, a testament, a reason, a goodbye.